For the Coffin Dance Easter egg, there are 5 orbs dotted around the particle accelerator room. The first is up the stairs directly opposite the Pack-a-Punch machine. The second one is up the stairs on the right of this, next behind a computer. The third one is next to the ceiling on the opposite side of the room from this. The fourth one is down from here. You climb onto a box and behind a generator you'll see it. And the fifth one is behind a zombie barrier just below the Pack-a-Punch machine. Once you have found and shot all of these orbs, you will start teleporting to the dark ether automatically. Once in the dark ether, you'll get the disco lights and you'll see other zombies dancing around the room. You'll stay here for about 30 seconds before going back to the normal world. Once you return, there'll be a crate on the floor where the zombies were dancing previously, and there'll be jug and organ, a random weapon, and loads of salvage on the floor. To get a free D.I.E Shockwave machine, you first of all take out your first muggins on it with a map. It will drop a keycard on the floor, just pick that up. You'll take this downstairs into the Deadshot Daiquiri room, where there's a machine in the corner of the room. Put the keycard into the machine and grab the D.I.E remote control from the drawer. Once you've picked up the D.I.E remote control, come into the Knockdown Totem building with a train of zombies and activate the machine. You'll need to get 15 to 20 zombie kills using the D.I.E. Once you have gotten the kills that you need, you'll be able to discharge the machine and the door will open and the D.I.E will just be resting on a skeleton inside the room. To acquire the gas upgrade for D.I.E Shockwave machine, you'll need to suck this canister above the room we acquired free D.I.E Shockwave from a moment ago. Then come into the room where Deadshot Daiquiri is located. Place the canister in the corner of this machine and get a zombie dog kill next to it. The gas from the player count will go into the canister, and once you are safe you will be able to pick up this canister. Take this canister out to the box and yard where the plane wing is, shoot the canister on top and you'll be able to acquire the new upgrade for the D.I.E. To acquire the ice upgrade for D.I.E machine, first bring a Megaton over to this tree. You'll need Megaton to shoot at this plant spore on the side of the tree. Once you have done this, come to the top of Knockdown Totem and there will be a box on the side of the wall. Shoot the box and the flask will fall out of the box onto the floor outside. Pick the flask up and put the flask just below the spores on the ground. In about a minute's time you'll need to come back to this and pick it up. Take this to the speed cola room, pour it onto the box and you'll be able to acquire the new upgrade for the ice D.I.E Shockwave. Acquire the fire and the electric upgrades for the wonder weapon, you will have to build the Aetherscope. There are 3 part locations dotted around the map. The first one is on top of the plane wing. The second one is in the spawn and the yard next to the stairs. The third one is in the particle accelerator room next to this fast travel system. Once you have collected the 3 parts, there is a crafting bench at the bottom of the particle accelerator room where you can put the parts together and pick up the Aetherscope from. Keep an eye out for the high amount of dog spawns that you'll get when you pick up each part. Once you have built the Aetherscope, come to this portal in the Speed Cola room. There are 3 apparitions that you have to interact with, dotted around the map. Once you fall into the dark ether, pick up the diary on the side of the room above the Speed Cola machine. Then come to each of these part locations that I show now. Interact with these twice. One to spawn in the ghost and one to give it to the diary so it will speak. Once you have done this, you need to come to the computer in the top of the Speed Cola room, interact with it, and 2 more portals will spawn in for the next 2 upgrades. For the fire upgrade, you need to pick up the fuse anytime that you went with Dark Ether, just below this plane. Then interact with the portal that will spawn in on the lake. Head into the room where Deadshot Daiquiri is and there will be a new machine in the corner. You need to place this fuse into this machine and then you will automatically come out of the Dark Ether. You will then be able to interact with the box on top of this cargo truck and grab the fire upgrade. For the electricity upgrade, come to the bottom floor of Particle Accelerator. Interact with the portal. There are 3 crystals dotted around the map that we need to suck with D.I.E and blast the box in the bottom of the room. The first one can be located on the top of the Nocturne Totem roof, and you can manage to suck it from just below here through a hole in the ceiling. Head back to the Particle Accelerator room, and in the corner of the room there is a box where we will acquire the electricity upgrade from. You need to shoot these crystals into this box. The second orb can be found just outside of the tunnel to come into the downstairs of the bunker. Again, bring this back to the bottom floor of the Particle Accelerator room, where you'll be able to shoot it at the box on the bottom floor. And the third crystal you can find is located very close to the Juggernaut machine, again just outside the tunnel. For the third and final time, bring this to the bottom floor of the Particle Accelerator room, where you'll be able to shoot it at the box. You'll now be able to acquire the electricity upgrade. If you've acquired all of these wonder weapon machines, you will need to shoot at the canister above the room in the Speed Cola. Each of these probes outside has to be shot by one of the wonder weapons. As you can see in the gameplay here, I'm showing which ones you need to shoot with each wonder weapon. But if you don't know or forget, you can just shoot all of them and one of them will go up with each weapon. Once you've completed all of this, a new portal will spawn in just outside this room. Interact with it, and just above the Speed Cola machine on the walkway, there will be another apparition to interact. If interacting with us, two ghosts will be talking to each other. Once this is finished, you'll be taken out of a dark ether, and in its place will be a dark ether wrench on the floor. You need to pick this wrench up and take it to the tank in the spawn of the map. Next to this tank there are 3 places that you can use this wrench. Use the wrench and fix it, and the door will open on the top of the tank and a zombie will appear. Kill the zombie and shoot and fire a grenade or an explosive at the tank. The tank will then shoot at this tree where the plane has crashed, and there will be a gold circle object on the floor. You need to take this to the speed cola room and interact with the machine on the side of the wall. If you have stamina up tier 3, I'd recommend walking backwards, because you actually move quicker doing this than you would moving forwards. Place it in this machine here and you will be able to move on to the next step. You then need to get 2 megaton splitters into the middle of the room where there's a circle on the floor. Once you've done this, you'll be able to come to the computer in the room, interact with the computer, and you'll be at a lockdown. Once this lockdown has ended, you need to follow the megaton that runs out of the machine, through the particle accelerator and into the spawn again. There's a new portal inside the Nocturne Totem building now. Interact with this portal. There will be a new apparition that you can interact with in the Nocturne Totem other room. Interact with it and just survive this mini lockdown that you have to survive. Now what you need to do is get ready for a boss fight, because you're at the point where you can go in now. So buy any self-revives, death machines, perks that you need. Pack-a-punch doesn't matter because you'll be able to pack-a-punch inside the boss fight. Once you are ready, grab the photograph on this table next to where the apparition was. The Megaton Orlov will be in the centre of the particle accelerator room, giving off a little speech. You need to listen to this as you prepare for the final couple of seconds before the boss fight begins. It's a very simple boss fight, but it can get difficult if you're not careful. I would recommend using the Electro Bolts version of the D.I.E machine for the bonus damage it does after charging up for a few seconds. Orlov will then run to one of the parts of the particle accelerator machine just opposite where he was before. What you need to do is defend him from a mass amount of zombies and megatons that will start swarming. He does have a health bar, but you don't have to worry about this, as when he gets hit he only gets slowed down. So you need, the more zombies that you keep off him, the less time it will take to do this boss fight pretty much. But as you can see here in the gameplay, a load of boss zombies spawn in, and it's very easy to get swarmed as I do in the gameplay here. Once Orlov has finished fixing the particle accelerator machine, or whatever he's doing, he will move on to the next bit, which is on the top floor of the particle accelerator. Where the same thing will happen again, you just need to defend him for about 30 to 40 seconds. This is the second of 3 stages for this boss fight. Don't be afraid to use any of the things that you brought in, including the wonder weapon, any death machines, perks, like anything at all. Once again, when you complete, you will move on to a different area of the particle accelerator, this time on the very bottom floor. This one I personally found the easiest, as there's only 2 ways the zombies can come from. It's just very easy to defend, I've found. Once this is completed, it's time to get out of here because this facility is about to blow up and go nuclear. When this happens, you've completed the boss fight and you've got about a minute and a half left of gameplay to get out and finish the Easter egg completely. If you follow the route that I take on the screen, you will be able to get out of here with no issues. please avoid the lightning, because if you do get caught by the lightning you will go down instantly, and that is an issue if you're playing solo especially. I for sharded here because I messed up, but you can get around it, don't worry. Make sure you 100% come through the side of the tunnel, because if you go through the other one it's completely blocked off and you won't be able to get through. Once you arrive at the lake area of the map, the helicopter will automatically just land so you can get in. You don't have to kill any zombies like you would for a normal expo. If you're playing in a co-op game, only one player needs to get out for everyone to complete the Easter egg, so if people do go down, don't try and revive, just carry on going. As soon as you're in the helicopter, congratulations, you completed the main quest of the Maschine Easter egg. Now it's time to complete the rest of the side Easter eggs on this map. There's an Easter egg that you can do that involves shooting 3 radio towers outside the map, and the reward gives you 1500 points. As you can see, there's one in the spawn here. You need to shoot this one 2 times with a dead wire weapon. It doesn't have to be pack-a-punch as long as it has the dead wire ammo mod on. The next one you can shoot from very easily from the penthouse area of the map, like the roof, not the Untitled. You have to shoot this one 3 times, but I continue to miss on this one, so that's why I shoot 4 or 5 times. The final one can be shot from the lake area of the map. This one only takes 1 shot to get aligned. Once you've done this, bolts of electricity will fly from each of the radio towers towards the penthouse of the map. And if you go to where the electricity is shooting towards, there'll be 1500 essence on the ground that you can pick up. The Easter egg song for the D Maschine map is very easy to activate. The first tape that you can find will be found in the fridge, just through the pink door, way out of the spawn room. Just hold F, square or X on each of these to pick them up. The second one can be found on the bottom floor of the particle accelerator room on top of a generator looking object, as you can see in the gameplay here. Once again hold F, square or X to pick it up. And the final one can be found in the room above Speed Cola, just on a shelf. Pick this up and this song will automatically start playing. I'll leave a link to the song that you can find on YouTube in the description of the video. The final side quest Easter egg that we can do is Jumpscare, or a 3 scoestreak Easter egg. You need to shoot 5 floating zombies outside the map. The first can be found in the little passageway between the Speed Cola room and the tunnel. The second one can be found in the particle accelerator room in the dark ether. All of these have to be shot in the dark ether, by the way. The third one can be found just outside the spawn, close to the jellyfish floating in the dark ether. Some of these can be very hard to see, that's why I've pointed arrows towards them. The fourth one can be found just past the Juggernaut machine, behind the plane. The fifth and final zombie to shoot can be found from the lake area of the map just outside, between 2 trees. After you shoot this one, a 6th floating zombie will spawn in the lake area of the map, which you can shoot to get a free score streak, or if you run under it you'll get this jump scare. final side quest Easter egg you can do on this map is a giant monster hand Easter egg. This will automatically upgrade your weapon rarity to legendary status if you manage to complete it. To do this one, there are 4 buttons inside this tunnelway that you have to shoot, and then once you've shot these, a 5th one will be able to be shot close to the door. If you shoot this, a giant hand will float out of this and start grabbing and clawing at the zombies. You need to use this trap to get 15 zombie kills. As you can see here, you need to shoot very early though, otherwise the zombies will just run straight through it. This is a good example of where to shoot roughly because I managed to kill one or 2 zombies using this one. I didn't manage to complete this Easter egg though, so shout out to Varian Vibes. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. He managed to complete it, and as you can see in the gameplay, his weapon got upgraded to legendary automatically.